Hello everybody, and welcome to Would You Rather, or back to Would You Rather. Why did I forget to start my timer? I apologize about that. That just took up some unnecessary time. Anywho's, you're probably noticing Josh is not using his headphones anymore. Something must have happened. No, nothing happened. My headphones are perfectly fine. Just recently I haven't had the need to wear them because I found out that I can record without them. And for me it's much more comfortable to record without headphones, and if I can do it, I'm going to do it. And the basement's pretty insulated, so you can't really hear any sounds outside this room unless you're like yelling real loud. So I apologize if that ever happens, but for the most part, yes, I'm still going to see my camera up on the screen, which is like, the hair is looking kind of... Anyway, for the most part, yeah. So, that is that. We're going to move on now. So, would you rather own a house would you rather own a horse in the city or own a cat in the country? Isn't that reverse? You're not supposed to own the cats in the city and horses in the country? Yeah. Anywho's, me personally, I've never, when I was 3 years old, I used to own a cat. I don't really remember much about it other than pictures and the stories I've been told. So, all my friends have cats, though. They're okay. Don't get me wrong, I like cats, but they just, I don't know, they seem to like to ignore you and do their own thing. And they seem either incredibly lazy or incredibly stupid. But that's just me, since I never owned a cat. I've only seen at my friends' houses. So, they're nice cats and everything. It's just, I have a dog, so I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. I don't mind cats, just I'm not really, I don't know. I don't really ever plan on owning a cat, really. As for a horse, I'm not in the country. I'm actually in a city, and I've never owned a horse, but I have ridden one before. I rode one. I went with my parents, and I think it was on a camping trip, if I remember correctly. Or if it was a trip out west, I can't quite remember. But anyway, we went to this place where they let you ride a horse down a trail. It's actually pretty cool and pretty fun. That was kind of interesting. But, so, if I had to choose between it, I would actually want to own a horse more than a cat. Because that seems like it would be kind of cool to ride a horse all the time. In the city, that was kind of hard, because there's limits to what you can do with a horse in the city, and any kind of room to move around. But I'll go with horse. That'll be my choice. And 42%, oh dang, more people wish to own a cat than a horse. Horses are much more work than cats, which is why I can see that. But I actually wouldn't mind trying to own a horse. I've never actually owned a horse. And like I said, my friends all have cats, so I've seen the huge amount of work that you have to do with cats and the messes that they make. And you guys can actually see me comfortably. You probably noticed that by now. I'm actually a distance from the webcam now. You can actually see my hands now. Alright. I decided that that's what I would do, is I have like these TV trays here, and then I have the webcam on top of something on top of the TV tray, and so I can only back that up so far. Well, I happen to have a coffee table here too. And I just thought today, why not try putting a box on top of the coffee table? That way it's farther away from me than it would be on the... No. Anyway, I'll stop talking about random stuff now. If you died, would you rather have your brain transplanted into a robot, or have your brain transplanted into the opposite sex? Well, if I was transported into a robot, I would then be a cyborg or android, because I would technically still be part human, which would be kind of cool. If I was transplanted into the opposite sex, it means someone done fucked up on the transplant and misunderstood what gender I was. But so this thing, I actually have some reservations on my brain being transplanted into another being and a robot, because I know they say it would still be you when you put that brain in there and everything, but would it really be you? Because, well, when you die, your soul leaves your body and goes to heaven. If you plan to transplant your brain into something else, does your soul come back into that brain, and so forth and so forth? Or is it more like another person, another soul takes over or something like that? Like, what all happens? I suppose that's the religious part of it, but it's also the scientific part of it is, will that really still be you? Will you close your eyes and wake up again in the other body? Or when you close your eyes, is that it? And something else is now in a new body, or whatever. I don't know, it's just, for me it just doesn't seem, I don't know, I just always had that feeling that if your brain is transplanted, but if I had to be choosing, I'd rather be an android. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have nothing wrong with women, but if I became the opposite sex, it means I'm a woman, and that means therefore I am a lesbian, which I have no complaints about, but then I can't have kids, so, which would be very bad for me, because one day I wish to have kids. Would you rather have Sarah Palin as president, or Michelle Bachmann as president? Now this is a question referring to last election, not this election with Trump or anything, but the previous election when Obama was getting re-elected. He was going against, what was his name, Mitt Romney, and Sarah Palin was going to be vice president. And I think Michelle Bachmann was running against Sarah Palin for governor or something, if I remember correctly. So that was that. So now they're asking which one I want to be president. Well, I don't know much about Michelle Bachmann, but I do know Sarah Palin is a Republican. And now you guys know what I vote for, so fuck it. Since we're going to put everything out in the open, yes, I am a Republican. I am a conservative Christian. Deal with it. And 51% agree with me. Thank you. No, I am not going to discuss my politics or my religion on this channel. As I have repeated in previous videos, please keep your opinions and comments to yourself. I'm not forcing my beliefs on you, and you cannot, and therefore, in return, you do not get to force your beliefs on myself or anybody else via the comments. So, moving on. Would you rather be starving for the rest of your life, or be obese for the rest of your life? Well, if I'm starving for the rest of my life, thank God I never actually had to go through that, but I heard your stomach hurts like heck. And so I'm imagining like a stomach cramp, or if you're constipated and your stomach hurts that bad, I can imagine the pain. Well, I'm assuming I could imagine. I probably couldn't imagine the pain that starving would have to go through. And I've seen, well, we all know what the people starving on the other side of the world. And yeah. So thinking about that, I don't know if starving just seems really horrible. I don't know if I can handle that. Being obese, it's not really that. I mean, honestly, it's kind of, for me, it's kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a word. I'm personally not attracted to that, and I don't really care for it. I mean, I think that, you should try to work and lose a few pounds, but, nothing really. My friend, Zanatro, if you guys seen him, he's a little bit on the overweight side. It doesn't bother me, really, but I do think that, you should try to, always try to better yourself in one way or another. And that includes losing weight or gaining weight, in my case. I'm kind of a little bit underweight according to the health thing, but so you always want to try to keep yourself at a healthy, and I know that's not always easy because some people are born with it, some people are just addicted to food, it's just their favorite thing, like some people are addicted to cigarettes, some people are addicted to food, it's just the way they are. So, I hold nothing against anybody that's like that, but always try to better yourself, that's all I'm going to say. So if I had to choose, I'd rather be obese than starving, and most people agree with me. Would you rather be stuck in an aquarium with a great white shark, holy shit, or be stuck in a room where the floor is covered in a layer of spiders? I don't really care about spiders. That's more of one of those things that when if a girl walked into a room like that, she'd probably shit herself and then run away screaming. No offense to you women, but I have not found a woman yet that does not freak out at a spider. Not to say that there aren't any. I mean, there's probably some of you out there that don't freak out about spiders, but for the most part, the woman I have seen up to date has freaked out over a spider. I mean, actually, I have friends who freak out over a spider, so it's not just women, it's guys too. So, but for me personally, bugs are bugs, and they don't really bother me that much. So I'd rather be in a room full of spiders than an aquarium with a great white shark, because I'd rather not be eaten to death by jaws. And some people think that's cool, apparently. Suicidal much. I mean, I suppose if it's a nice shark and it's not going to eat me, then yeah, fine. Anyway, would you rather be a starting NFL kicker in the league for 15 years or be a starting NFL quarterback in the league for 4 years? Ooh. Excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn. Anywho, that is a good question. I'm trying to think here. Well, depending on what quarterbacks makes the most amount of money, and to give you guys an idea, some football players make more money than the President of the United States. So there's some rich mother truckers out there. And you're quarterback for 4 years, and other quarterbacks make some pretty decent money. I think they make like, what is it, 50,000 a game or something like that. And I'd have to look up. Probably a lot more than that, but if you think about it, you hear about people signing people for a couple of mil a year or something like that. So you know they're getting at least 100,000 a game, if not more than that. So thinking about that for 4 years, obviously starting quarterback. That's your number one quarterback for some football 101. So you got 3 strings: the starting quarterback, which is your main quarterback, which is like all the quarterbacks you hear about all the time, such as Aaron Rodgers. Then you got your second string and your third string. You got your second string quarterback, which replaces you, which they're playing preseason, along with replacing your quarterback should your starting quarterback get hurt. And then you got your third string in case the first string and second string quarterback. The first string is also known as your starter. In case those two get hurt, now you got an additional quarterback. And I think there's actually a 4th string and so forth. It just keeps going on like that, just to replace in case there's an injured. So as a starting NFL quarterback, I'm assuming that I'm making, even if I make only $500,000 a year, which is still pretty, which is usually around what quarterbacks make, believe it or not. I know it's a lot of money. Even if I did that, that's $2 million in 4 years. That can be a lot of money and be very helpful. It's not, well, and you can't live the rest of your life on that, but it would still be pretty cool. Kickers, on the other hand, I know they only make a quarter of what quarterbacks do. I think they make only like 50 grand a game or something like that, and it ends up being like 250 a year or something like that. Because they really don't really do much other than kicking the field goals. Or not the field. Punters actually kick the field. Or do it? No. Kickers kick field goals and kickoffs. Punters do the punt-offs. I think the kickers do the punt-offs too, occasionally. But, yes, I mean, they don't get around, they're an important player or anything, but, and everything, but it's not really, But anyway, I'm going to stop getting stuck on this question. I'd rather be the kicker because that way I'm not getting injured on the field all the time, and I'm still making a ton of money having fun. I'm not very fond of pain. I am sorry for taking up your entire episode on that one question. Anyway, if you ran a society, would you rather have your society focus on culture, art, literature, music, films, etc., or have your society focus on science? Well, that's actually an easy one for me. Now, I know you guys are thinking, since I'm a Christian, you can't believe in science and Christianity. You can. There are Christian scientists. Just we focus on science in a different way. Anyway, if I had to choose, I'm going to go with science, simply because if I had a society or I had a group of people who were highly intelligent and could solve problems, I'd want them to be able to solving the world's problems, such as diseases and other things that can be solved scientifically. I mean, culture's great and everything. There's some really great movies, really great music. There's some good books too. There's some interesting art out there. I haven't really gotten into art that much, but and obviously there's good games out there and everything. So I mean, there's good culture out there, but culture doesn't solve world problems and it doesn't help the things that are wrong in this world get fixed. Science does help somewhat towards that. So I didn't even see this down here. Technology advances could be made in the culture society, except it would only be surrounded in artistic endeavor. Which basically means, if I took the culture side, we'd get better electronics, maybe like better gaming equipment and stuff like that. But again, while that's awesome to have fun and be able to do stuff such as gaming and movies and be able to create all that amazing stuff, it is very amazing. It doesn't solve world problems. And the more help we have towards solving world problems, the better. And 51% agree with me, and it is very close to being a tie. Let's see, 452 to 430, so that's essentially, roughly, 20,000 people's different, 20,000 votes difference between these two. I mean, it is pretty dang close there. Alright, we'll do one more since I felt so bad about doing what I did there. Would you rather be able to fly up to 5 meters off the ground, or have a magic carpet that can fly up to 50 meters off the ground? Okay, so I'm going to look something up here. Okay, so there's basically 3 feet per every meter. So, what's that saying? Is if you have 5 meters and 5 times 3 is 15, I can essentially fly 15 feet off the ground. And what that basically means, just adjusting my mic there, is I can essentially fly to my roof. I mean, I suppose the house is about 15 feet tall, just a 1-story house. That's about right. So that's as high as you can fly. And it's not saying how fast I can probably fly pretty fast too. Well, I would assume I'd be able to fly fast, but I wouldn't know for sure. If I had a magic carpet that can fly up to 50 meters off the ground, well, let's see. Let's see. That would be 150 feet. Right? Am I right there? Well, and the question is the magic carpet faster than when I can fly? Screw it. Let's go magic carpet. I'm just saying that because then I'd be able to fly something even higher, and it might go quicker, you never know, but then I can sit there and relax and let the carpet do all the work. So, thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the other videos that I have done. And I will see you later. Goodbye!